Hey there, beautiful soul peeps. Angel of the Dawn here, going live again. Hope everybody's doing fabulous out there. Let's see. Oh, I was clear the air with my Smurf bell. You guys see my Smurfs? It's an old bell. I've had it for a really long time. Well, I don't know what that says. That's tiny. Oh well. It's old. Like from the 80s, I think. Anyways. Always ascending. Hey, always ascending. How are you? A message that I got last night, coming through from my higher self, I guess, or my guides. It's for myself, obviously, and I feel like it's for a lot of other people. Be aware of your own bullshit. The stories and things that we tell ourselves. Good deal, good deal. Glad you're here, love. But yeah, be aware of the bullshit stories that we tell ourselves sometimes. And that's in, different ways. That's sometimes rationalizing things that really aren't rational. Making sense to something where the change don't actually add up. And on the other side, that would be when things are good, or when things aren't good, but you want to make them good. And then other times things are good and we talk ourselves into believing that they're bad because we don't feel like we deserve that goodness. So yeah, the message is be aware and conscious of your own bullshit, the stories that you tell yourselves. So whatever that means for you, that was a message I was supposed to relay. And something else that this is kind of funny. Ever since, last Wednesday, I think whatever day it was that Jupiter went retrograde, that day was like an ass kicker energy-wise. And for whatever reason, that day, synchronistically, the old Dukes of Hazzard series come into my awareness. Like, I used to watch it, of course, when I was a kid, but it popped up on my Amazon Prime. There is a hair over there. There we go. That was sticking out and was driving me nuts. But it came up on my Amazon Prime, and so I started watching it the other day, and I've kind of been binge watching it ever since. And I started realizing some pretty deep, how do I want to say it? Some deep messages through the TV series, which is kind of strange, because it was just I used to think it was just like a feel-good type TV show from when I was a kid, but I'm really watching it and I'm just like picking it apart and analyzing it, and I'm seeing like how Boss Hog, how greedy he is, and how no matter who you are to him, like it doesn't matter if you're a friend or a relative or whatever, he does whatever is necessary to elevate himself. And he don't care who he takes advantage of or who he has to hurt or who's in the way or anything like that. And what it takes to turn a profit. And that's kind of like the matrix system, in my opinion, and people that's still really stuck in the matrix system. And then you've got the Dukes, and of course, Cooter, which obviously isn't a Duke, but you got the Dukes, and they always do the right thing, And, even if it's against the law, which is just boss hog, but the law or society or whatever, they do what is inherently right, what feels right to them. And they got Uncle Jesse that keeps everybody on the straight and narrow. And he's just like, in my opinion, he's like, our ancestors, or even just our elders, in life, that tell us and try to show us the right way, the elevated way, the right path for just the basics. Everybody's talking about ascension and, enlightenment and this and that. But there's a lot of people that need to remember still just the basic principles of like right and wrong and good and bad. So anyways, just been watching that, and like I said, getting different messages about the show, and just, I don't know, just kind of cool. Plus it's just to feel good. Like there's been a lot of heavy energy like in Facebook and just in the collective in general that I've been feeling a lot. And so when that starts to happen, I tend to click on like feel good old movies or feel good old TV shows, or just old music, stuff that lifts my spirits and that makes me feel better. That way I don't bog down in the collective energies, because, being an extreme empath, that can really kick ass sometimes and really bring you down. Because there's a lot of purging and a lot of stuff going on out there in the collective. And I send out so much love to everybody. And part of me helping the collective is keeping my vibration high by doing silly little things like watching the Dukes of Hazzard, in order to keep my vibration high to be able to help you guys. So I do the funny little weird things to keep that high. So anyway, and then on another note, the fives are another thing. I was rolling the dice literally right before this, and the first roll was a 2 and a 3 equaled 5, and then the next two rolls double fives, and the fourth roll was a 5 and a 3. So fives, fives, fives. And again, those are like changes, big changes. So I feel like big things are happening, big things are coming. Synchronicities are just freaking through the roof right now. I was thinking about something. I want to say it was just literally last night, and then boom, today it happened, or it was brought into my awareness, and what I seen happened, and it was just little things like that that's just happening more and more and more. Big changes, though. Big changes. Okay, so this is going to be a Divine Masculine, I think, reading. I did one the other night, and I meant to post it, and I got sidetracked, or I got interrupted. The video was done, but I needed to do some things on the computer to actually send it or upload it, and I got pulled away and never made it back, and so that didn't get uploaded. And I know that, time is an illusion and energy is fluid, but generally I feel like for my readings, I like to publish them the day that I get the energy. Now they may resonate with people at other times, but I feel like there is a group that it resonates with when I do the readings. So that's just a personal thing of mine, I guess. So yeah, that probably won't actually get uploaded. So anyway, this will be the Divine Masculine now. And we will see what is going on, what the energies are. I think that's all the things I was going to say in the beginning. I definitely wanted to talk about that message that I got. 9 of Swords in reverse. Priestess, the King of Shields, the Six of Swords. So I feel like there is a group of divine masculines that may be starting to listen to their intuition. Ow. He came up in reverse when I picked him up off the floor, but it was on the floor, so we'll see. The King of Cups in reverse. Love you. I'm off to make dinner. We'll watch later. Just. Oh, I love you. Thank you. Aw. Hey, make a great dinner. Put all your love into that dinner and then eat that. That's amazing. That's great ways to do your manifesting. Love you. And I love being able to do what I do. So thanks. So we've got the King of Cauldrons in reverse. Did I already say the Six of Swords? I'm not sure. But we got the Six of Swords. So I feel like there is a group of divine masculines that are beginning to listen to their intuition. They're beginning to not worry about maybe their stability. And I feel like they realize that they are going to have to start dealing with their emotions, even if it's painful. Like they're going to have to start working through their emotions. Could be, Four of Swords in reverse. So this could be after a period of time out. This could be could be needing a timeout. It could be needing some downtime. We've got the Knight of Shields in reverse. And the Page of Swords in reverse. And the Tower. So something is going to... They just had the Tower. Or maybe... Actually, I'm not sure. That could have just been the reading that I didn't upload. That had the Tower. Wait, it's getting chilly again. But yeah, so I feel like something's coming in to shake things up. And that could be the Tower moment. Could be what is making this group of divine masculines start to go within themselves and listen to their intuition, listen to their higher self. Let's get some more cards. Oh, my fingertips are freezing. All of a sudden. What is the temperature? It's 65 degrees. There is no reason that my fingertips should be freezing. But they are. So, I feel like they're not able to give a message, or they're not ready to give a message also. They're also not wanting to talk about their feelings. Okay, so it could be, I'm like, I need to turn the heater on, damn it. I don't know why my fingertips are so cold. It is not that cold here. But is going through some realizations and starting to listen to their higher self and their guides, but they're not ready to talk about it yet. The Tower moment could have something to do with like forcing them to talk about it, or it could just be forcing them into like deeper reflection, something like that. fingertips feel like popsicles, and I don't know why. It's literally 65 degrees here. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So they may not be ready to offer stability or start something new. This could be a period of, them going within themselves and really needing to be like isolated, kind of like the hermit energy. We'll see if the hermit comes out. Hey, you. How are you, Miss Jody? Got the Eight of Pentacles, Five of Swords in reverse, the Moon, so I feel like they are working really, they're not ready to start anything new, and that's why they're not like coming forward to talk about their feelings, because they're really, I feel like, working on their stability. Maybe they, gosh, my fingers are cold. They weren't this cold in the wintertime. Well, they were, but anyway, I feel like where they're getting information or downloads, or, just their higher self is telling them what they need to do to get their balance, to get more stable within themselves. And so they're not ready to talk about it yet and to share their feelings, and, and they know that moving forward is going to be painful because it's going to open up, like they're going to have to start dealing with old wounds and traumas and things like that. But right now they're just working really hard on themselves and working on getting out of any kind of illusions that they have been in. I am awesome, Miss Jody. Ten of Cups in reverse. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, I feel like they're starting to get clear on what they've been doing in the past, like how they've been spinning their wheels. I've talked a lot about the Divine Masculine spinning their wheels in the recent past, and I feel like they are starting to take notice of this pattern and of what is causing that. Basically, things are being uncovered in their lives, and I'm hearing unearthed. And I'm also seeing somebody shovel. I don't know what that's about, but digging. But uncovering these different things that have kept them from having their pie in the sky. I don't know. Yeah, and it has something to do with not surrendering to the process, with the Nine of Wands in reverse. I'm hearing they've been putting good money after bad. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but it may mean something to somebody out there. And so they're not surrendering. Whatever that good money after bad scenario is, it's like beating a dead horse, I guess, and trying to revive something or trying to get something to work that's not going to work. Like if they were trying to start a certain type of business, the way they were going about it isn't working, or if it was a relationship, the way that they've been going about it, or just something about it, they're going about it the wrong way, and they're starting to realize that, and how they've not surrendered to themselves, and to their higher self, and really gone with the flow. They've really been fighting it. And so this, with that Six of Swords there in the middle, I feel like this is they know now, and I feel like they've known for a while, that this is going to be a painful process once they actually, start opening their eyes, their heart, and their soul, like really starting to awaken. There's going to be a lot of painful realizations. They're going to keep moving forward, because their higher self is telling them to, and that's the only way to get stable at this point. Like, I think that's been the Tower moment, is they realize finally, yeah, they haven't had the strength in the past. We got the strength in reverse here. But we've got the Eight of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So they do want to communicate eventually, or they want to be able to move forward and communicate, but they're not in that place right now. Right now, I feel like they're in an awakening process. Like, they're at the very beginning of acceptance, maybe. Gosh, my fingers are freezing. It is a surrender type, even though this is, and I usually think that this nine, especially this deck, this Nine of Wands in the upright is surrender. I still feel it, even though it's in reverse. But, and I feel like, because this is where they've been in this energy of, not being able to do that. And now they're realizing they have to do that. If they want any kind of stability, any kind of balance in their life, because I think that they've had a lot of Tower moments that have come up, and really, keeps pointing at, you're on the wrong path, you're not going in the right direction, this is wrong in your life, that is wrong in your life, and not because anybody else says so, because their soul is telling them so. It's not because of society saying that they're doing the wrong thing, or, being a bad person or anything like that. It's their soul saying, you're doing wrong, you're fucking up, going that way, don't do that. Just like our own souls do that when we're doing something. And it's not the same for every, what your soul tells you to do isn't the same as what my soul tells me to do all the time. There is some consistencies and some similarities, but we all have our own mission and our own path, and, very unique in that way. And so, it's not like society telling the divine masculines what they should or shouldn't do, or like any individual person telling them what they should or shouldn't do. It's literally their higher self saying, hey, dumbass, do this. Why are you doing that? Why do you keep doing that? You need to quit doing that. So I'm literally seeing, I don't know if anybody remembers the show In Living Color with Homie the Clown. And he had the sock, and he hit people over the head with it and said, homie, don't play that. And I feel like literally that is right now the divine masculine's higher self. He's Homie the Clown, and he's like, homie, don't play that. So, yeah, that's what I got for the divine masculines. That's kind of funny, interesting. But that goes back to the fives. 5, 3, and 2. It's been fives. If you guys watch the beginning, you'll hear me talk about the dice where I rolled a 2 and a 3 the first time, double fives the second time, double fives the third time, and then a 5 and a 3 the fourth time. So definitely talking about changes. Fives mean change. So, yeah. I will probably come back on and do the element videos here. What time is it? Probably by 6 or 7:30. Probably by 7:30, maybe sooner. So yeah, just watch for that if you want to watch the element videos. I might do individual signs, depending on how I'm feeling at that point. Everything changes minute by minute. Sometimes I get off of here and I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm going to come right back on. And then it doesn't happen because things change. That's what I got for the Divine Masculines. I love all of you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. And if you're so inclined, check back in a little bit. And I will probably be doing the element videos. So yeah, Angel of the Dawn, saying peace, love, and light out. Until next time.